Now it's almost time for final exams. Most of young people are turning towards pharmaceutical medication to manage their stress. Today we're going to discuss headaches and the effects it has on the young. Also medication that they get over the counter. To elaborate on this, we're joined in studio by Dr. Elliot Shevel, Medical Director of the Headache Clinic and the Chairperson of the International Headache Society. Thank you so much, Dr. Shevel. Talking about just mentioning headache, it's almost like one tends to feel the symptoms. Is it prevalent? I mean, is it something that just happens all the time?
It's probably the most prevalent illness that affects mankind. Yeah. Certainly.
Yeah, and one of the contributing factors is stress.
It's one of the biggest trigger factors is stress.
Yeah.
And now, around about exam time, obviously young people who are studying will have more stress.
And you treat a number of young people, not necessarily dealing with the stress though, but you deal more with the symptoms, is it?
We deal with the underlying causes of the headaches at the Headache Clinic. You know, we all have stress, but we don't all get headaches. So it depends how the stress affects the person.
Is it hormonal though? What makes it different from one person to the other?
Hormones are also a trigger. One has to address the underlying cause of the headache. What structure is actually causing the pain? Where does it come from? It's not just pain. It's got to be coming.
But I'm saying, what makes
structure.
one person different from the other in dealing with your stress and therefore developing other ailments?
If one has a tendency towards muscle tension around the head and neck, and some people do, if you are then stressed at exam time, for instance, then you're going to get more muscle tension. If you're sitting in front of a computer for long hours, if you're not sitting correctly, if the distance between you and the computer is not right, if the level is not right, all these things can affect the muscle tension. So, I mean, there are many things one can do to try and prevent it without using pharmaceuticals. We have, for instance, advice for people how to sit in front of the computer, how to sit at the wheel of their motor car, etc. All this is free advice that people can use. Yeah.
What about old wives' tales? I mean, my grandmother never medicated. She's 77, and she believes that if you wash your face with cold water and clear your eyes with the water, etc., your headache goes away. I've actually tried it. I've never medicated for a headache.
Well, if it helps for you, that's wonderful. Unfortunately, it's not so simple. It doesn't work for everybody. But these different remedies do help different people, certainly.
Okay.
But the main thing is to find the underlying cause.
All right. And we're saying that even over the counter, but I mean for young people, sometimes getting the easy way out because you've got exams, you have to sit and study, etc. You don't have time to wait for the headache to work its way off.
You know, people go and they use over-the-counter medications. It's the worst thing one can possibly do, because constant use of over-the-counter medications causes what they call rebound headache or medication overuse headache. What it actually does is, although it might help in the short term, it makes the headache worse and worse and worse in the long term. So you take more and more medication and the headache gets worse and worse. Now, one recognizes that until one can sort out the underlying problem, until one can be diagnosed properly, one might have to use some sort of medication. Now, at the Headache Clinic, we're very much against medication, but people are welcome to phone in and get free advice on to what is the least harmful medication to use. We're happy to do that for people, but we still emphasize that we should be treating the underlying cause.
All right. But when you have the stress, the last thing that you have time for is to deal with the underlying cause of the stress. You want to deal with the stress and then get on to the business of study.
Yes. You want to deal with the pain. One can't remove the stresses in life. It's not possible. Yeah. Because the very fact that one is sitting up studying for long hours is stressful. But where stress affects one person, it doesn't affect the other, and that's what we have to find out why.
What about the support structure for learners, particularly? Are parents equipped, and teachers as well, to say, this is how you deal with the stress, rather focus on what you have to study, and, that is more, should take priority over anything else?
I don't think teachers and parents are equipped. We don't learn how to help our children. We do the best we can, but we're certainly not equipped for that. We don't know how.
Okay, so we'll come to you. Thanks so much, Dr. Elliot. We're speaking to Dr. Elliot Shevel, the Medical Director of the Headache Clinic. He is also Chairperson of the International Headache Society, and for more information you can go to their website, headacheclinic.co.za. You can call 0861 678 911. We're taking a quick ad break and we'll be dancing here after.